The time now is, I will just show you directly from my phone. I mean from my computer. The time is 1:40. Today is the 10th of October 2018. I'm on my way now to 1Campo Tures, where I was forced to leave my luggages, the vacation house that I rented, that the Italian military police that have been stalking me for a while now, and been putting me in a position of vulnerability where the citizens, the Italian citizens, could steal my personal property that I bought with my own money. I was forced. This one, I think I gave a kind of introduction to it. I will just repeat myself for those of you that didn't say, though it was the first thing I did. So basically, when I rented this place, April of this year, early this year, and I paid the landlord in this vacation house, and we had an agreement. He was going to transfer my residence to the house, of course, that I live, and every other thing. I think that came out of his own pure good heart, that he wanted it. That was his own intent, until the gangstalkers manipulated him and ordered him to refuse the rent I gave to him. So, and I've already taken so much of my luggages there, and my personal properties, which still remain in a magazine at Milano, but I've taken so much of my personal things in this vacation house. Hello, hi, welcome to Melanie Helping at Night. I'm just transiting at the station for Texas. The name, I don't know what the name is written, but anyway, this is the station for Texas, and I'm on my way to Brunik. That's how the journey is gonna look like. You know, it's about 20, maybe 30 minutes trip. It's about 30 minutes trip. Now I'm going to 1Campo Tures, where I rented this vacation house in the month of April, and the Italian military police that have been behind my stalking. I would rephrase that the infiltrators in the Italian military police, or the general police force, the law enforcement agent, the infiltrators in the law enforcement agent that has been behind my gang stalking for years, for 15 years to be precise, told the landlord of this vacation house to refuse my rent, which means not to collect the rent. I've already moved into the vacation house with my luggages, and lots of luggages and boxes, and he refused I think after a week or something, because we had an agreement that he was going to sign my transfer of residence and every other thing, and I was supposed to renew my documents and things like that. So when I went to renew my document, I was supposed to get a form, which he was supposed to get, but since he was get a little bit slow about things, I went to get it myself, and I decided to wait a little bit, giving him money, because of the experiences of gang stalking I had. But most of the time, what they do is they allow their citizens, they put me in a vulnerable situation where the citizen can steal my hard-earned wealth. They hinder me from work and things like that, but the wealth I have, they steal from me continuously. So this is what I've lived for several years: continuous theft of my wealth, of my property, and abuse of my person. So I decided to be wise in this case. So I went to the law enforcement agent to get the form of the form is not really a form of residence, but the form is that, you know, I domicile there. That's the first step. It will sign the form. Then with that form, it will go to the commune and declare the residence and everything like that. So since it was not moving fast enough, I held on to the money, to the rent, before I gave it to him. So when I gave it to him and everything, the law enforcement agent told him not to receive the money from me. Okay, and what he did was that I heard it. Actually, this is something I heard when I went upstairs to get the cash from my apartment. I heard him, he was speaking with the guy, and I saw one guy who I suspected to be one of the law enforcement agents. So I don't know. Maybe it was the one I suspected he was speaking with. Maybe it was someone on the phone, but I heard him speaking, and the other person was not really very audible. And when I came back downstairs, I mean, there wasn't. He was waiting for the money. Not that, I mean, we had an argument or anything. No, there was not an argument. There was nothing like that. He was waiting for me to bring the cash. I went upstairs. Okay, that's for Tetsa. I went upstairs, and when I went upstairs and I came down to give him the money, he refused the money. So basically what they do with this, they've done it several times to me. What they do is that they get me far from my properties, and that way they make my properties vulnerable to this. They are co-national who are ready-made thieves. They are always willing to steal from me, because I have good. You can see my house. I lived in a villa. I have designer things, expensive things. I'm a 46-year-old woman. I've worked in my life, and I merit all the things I have. And this is gather. They've stole my gold, my diamond, my wristwatches, expensive things, shoes, bags. Just name it. Fur coats and everything. Just name it. They've stolen it. And these are the same people that for years they've tried to stigmatize me with criminality when they are the criminals stealing from me. So right now I'm in the train right now. I'm going to face that. So let's see what happens. Everything will be shown live and direct, and if the live does not go for whatever reason, I would record it. I bought a new SD card, so I'll have enough space to register as much as I want, so you guys can see live and direct the life of a targeted individual. I have been a targeted individual for 15 years. I've been harassed, theft of my properties, lied against, manipulation of my legal data. I left, I transferred away. After this situation, when this guy refused to take I was supposed to leave the house when he refused to take my rent. So there was no arrangement that was made. You know, this is something I knew it was a trap, but there was no point. You know, I stayed there and started arguing with what I know already. So the next day, that same night, I slept in an hotel. The next day, I left for Austria, where I went to tell the Austrian police, and I told them what they're doing to me. I told them my property is there. In fact, I don't even want to say what the Austrian police said, but all those things, I hope the Austrian police will see this video also, because they lied that I was homeless in Italy, that I do not have any properties. They lied that I was not working when they are the one impeding me from working. They lied about so many things. So I'm going to prove this, that they are liars. They are using the authority to intimidate me, to abuse me, and to steal from me. And I'm going to show everything live and direct. Okay, whatever comes out of it, if legal actions will be taken by them or by me, let it be so, and I will see them in court. At this moment, I have nothing to fear. They have tormented me enough. They have traumatized me enough. They have stolen enough from me. I'm a 46-year-old. I just came 2 weeks ago from a work I got from Trieste, where they told them to relieve me of that work also. So now the battle is on. So I will show you everything live and direct. So it will not be my explanation against anybody's explanation. It will be the video. Videos don't lie. Video cannot be manipulated. Okay. So I will see you very soon. I'm on my way now. So catch you later. Hello, I'm Lady Abimbola. I'm against narcissistic gangstalkers. Please help me with the campaign against the gangstalkers, the campaign and awareness against the gangstalking programming, an evil persecution and harassment against the human race. It has claimed many lives. Please help me. Below are information on how you can donate. Thank you. All your efforts will be highly appreciated. Thank you. Hello, welcome to Melanin and Habinot Live. I am Lady Abimbola. Right now, I just arrived in Campo Tures. This is actually the bus terminal. You can see that's the bus terminal at Campo Tures. I have two missions to accomplish today. One is concerning the post office. I ordered some things. It arrived at the post office, and they actually told me while I was in Austria that nothing arrived there. While the tracking record says everything arrived successfully at the station. And because of that, I have actually been put on alert where I ordered things, okay? Because I actually asked for a refund. Also, the second thing is the vacation house that stole my luggages. Whether they stole my luggages or not, I cannot define that. But what I know is that I was in contact with the owner, and when I arrived from Austria, I told him I was going to pass by to take. First, in Austria, he always tells me there was no problem, my things were safe and all whatnot. But when I arrived and I was going to take my things, he actually kept my things outside. So I'm going to show you that later. But first of all, the post office is closer to the bus terminal. So right now I'm going to the post office to request the reason my things are not in their possession or has not been returned to the suppliers where I bought them, okay? Because I have been flagged by this site. I tried to write an email to them that I'm doing some investigation myself, and I'm going to get to the head of, but anyway, I'm a targeted individual. I know what is happening. I just want proof. That's all. So you can see the something for the post behind me. I'm just leaving there now. According to them, they were just giving me some bullshit excuses that nothing arrived at the post. Then I'll do some control also on the internet. Then because the suppliers never told me they received anything. So in this case, what I'm going to do right now is do some control on the internet. I will place everything there, and what I can place, I will place it there. Then we'll know what next to do. So for the post office, I didn't create so much because the things I bought actually in this particular place is not so much, but it's just the concept that I was robbed, and it was a gang stalking attack, because I want to prove that gang stalking is not just stalking people unnecessarily. They are also sex predators. They are also criminals that steal properties, that steal wealth, money, and everything. The reason they stalk people, because we all just think they're just harassing us. They are not harassing us only. They're actually harassing to create confusion around us. So because they've already targeted what they want to do with us and what they want to steal from us. So when they create a confusion of gang stalking, what they're trying to do is to distract you. All the lies they tell against us is only to hurt us. Like, for example, they want to stigmatize me with all kind of things, criminality and everything. I have never committed crime before in my life. My legal record is clean. My legal record is clean. I've never been condemned of any crime. I have never been in prison. I have never been incarcerated. I have never been arrested for any crime in my life. But gang stalking program, they don't care what they use against you. They don't care the kind of lies they tell against us. They don't care what happens. What they are actually after is to create enough tension around to push you off guard, because you are distracted with the lies while they are busy stealing from you. It is a strategic
warfare. It's a strategic assault. It's a very strategic way of robbing people, because one thing they do to me, and now we're going to the Farian house that I rented, that they stole things from me. One thing they do to me regularly is that they attack me strategically. When I am in a place, I move into a new house and everything, they wait for me to furnish, to waste my money to furnish it. They wait for me to repair the house. I've been repairing people's houses all over the place to repair the house, and when the house is ready to be used, at that particular point, that is when they lay their attack. But how they attack is that, you see, I live alone in Italy. I'm not a married woman, I don't have my family here. So somebody like me, is very, very easy to attack me. Because why? I attain a position. Not so many blacks have been able to attain such a position here in Italy. So I was a target of the targeted individual to rob me, and I was a target. I could not trust my own people, because you find, Africans like you, they come close to you, they want to rob you because you've done better than them, you've achieved more than them. So they're coming close to you not to be friendly with you. It wasn't one time thing, it wasn't two times thing. It is something that's been proven over and over and over again. They just come close to you to steal from you, to take advantage of you or whatever. It's not a society. That's why I talk about the racist system also. Racist system, I'm not saying that because racist system is this or that or whatever, but racist system is a system that destroys the mind. The albinoid and both the albinoid and the melanin, it destroys the mind of the albinoid, thinking that they are superior being and everything, supremacist or whatever like that, and the melanin must be treated in a particular way, and they do it by shutting all the doors against us. Like during the slave age, what did they do? After they banned slavery as being a legal thing that one cannot do it again, what they try now to do is that they make sure every melanin person do not work. They don't give melanin work. They say they should go to the field and work, because that's where they belong. They don't give them work. They hinder them from working. They stop them from working. Agencies don't employ them, and whoever tries to employ them, they will blacklist that person in the albino society. So that's the same technique they're using now. Slave age is not over. It's far from being over. It's the same strategy they're using now. They are stealing. What they're doing is that they're stealing from the albinoid that has wealth, and that is not part of the secret society. That is not part of their. That is not part of their satanist group and everything. If you're part of it, probably because of that, they will allow you to enjoy a certain level of wealth. Because you're serving Satan like them. But when, like somebody like me, I'm a Christian, and I'm not ashamed of Jesus Christ or the Holy Spirit or God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. I'm not ashamed of any of them. I'm proclaiming it out loud. So somebody like me is like, they don't want me to retain wealth, because the wealth I will retain, wealth actually is a fortified wall around. Any wealthy person has a fortified wall around them, because you can do what you want and when you want and how you want it. Okay. But when you're restricted economically, they're trying to strangulate you from having the power of independence. So you'll be dependent on someone. So it is the same thing. They force you out of the working system, like they did during the slave age. They force you out of the working system. They make sure nobody employs you, because what are they trying to do? They're trying to keep you in poverty. Like Nelson Mandela said something, that poverty is not something that he said poverty is man-made. It's created by man, and it can be stopped by man. But unfortunately, we are dealing with delinquents, we're dealing with satanists, we're dealing with psychopaths. So they are not willing to stop it, because they know if they stop people from having wealth, certain people from having wealth, they feel they can control such a life. Because one thing they are trying to do, they are shooting at the system, the racist system is shooting at the melanin race for one reason. They're shooting at the melanin race to make sure that the melanin race remains, the ones that is not part of the secret society, remains strangulated economically. So they can be easily controlled back into the slavery. Okay, so right now I'm going to the vacation house where the law enforcement agent, let me just use infiltrators. Okay, I don't believe that all the law enforcement agents are involved in this, but the infiltrators in the law enforcement agent told the owner of this vacation house that will be going very soon specifically told him not to collect my rent. I've already moved my luggages inside. I've already done everything. So that's what they do with years. They make me move my properties inside. I transfer my properties inside. I restore the place. I make everything ready to be used, and that's when they attack. So while I was doing the first 1 week, I was doing that, the transfer and everything like that, 10 days and everything. So when I was supposed to pay, because the guy trusted me, we're not in any rift about anything. So when I was about to pay, about 2 weeks later, that was when they've already told him not to collect money from me. Though he was trying to play smart in some ways, but I will not put it in video here. So anyway, he didn't collect the money from me. So definitely, if he didn't collect the rent from me, he doesn't want me to stay there. So I was forced to leave. So when I was forced to leave the vacation house, what happened now is that I was forced to leave back my things. Like, that is the strategy they've always been using. They put me under pressure that I would leave to make me, to distance me from my properties. Then they devour this property. They begin to go to invade my privacy. That's what I've been happening all these years. These are infiltrators of the law enforcement agent. It's not the first time, it's not the second time. And while they're doing this, they want to justify their actions. That's why they've been defaming my character, because it is unheard of. It is not understandable when actually they ask, well, why is the law enforcement agent actually trying to go into somebody's property? Has she done something? Is she under arrest? Is she under investigation? But all those things they cannot answer. All those things they cannot answer. So the easiest way to explain, to defend their illegal criminal actions, is to accuse me of criminality, or to accuse me of doing something. I'm going to look for the photocopy of my legal standing here, and I'm going to place a copy here. I'm going to look for it now. I hope I'll remember before I post it, and I'm going to put a copy here that nothing is found in my legal record, but these infiltrators in the law enforcement agent tell people that I've done something and that's why they're after me. I've not nothing. I want this to be also registered. Any Italian watching it, I've done absolutely nothing. This is an illegal action. This is abuse of power. This is an illegal action carried out against me. They have been stealing from me for years, and I'm going to put the ones I've been able to register in some. I've not been able to register everything, because at the initial stage of the gangstalking program, you don't even know what is happening to you. You just see yourself falling out with everybody. Things is happening to you. Your life is upside down. You cannot explain it. But later, when you start understanding it, so many things have already happened that you didn't register. So in my own case, I started the registration fully this year. Last year, 2017. But this is something I've been going through for 15 years. So imagine I'm just starting 2017 to register things, okay? But I also have, in the past, I've not been like that, because I studied information technology. I love to take photos and things like that. So in the past, I've been able to take so many proofs, to take so many pictures and videos. Only that, in the process, I told you that my own people come also to steal from me. There was a time my own person, a Nigerian like me, stole my phone. And when they stole my phone, there was so many information there that I would have, it would have been good to present here. So many things have happened, but all the same, I can still provide things that shows that I have been under persecution. I have been under a strategic gang stalk of the theft of my property. So I will going now to the Farian house, and I will show you the exact position. I've already collected my things there. The exact position. The things was inside the house. If you look at the free will, the video on free will part 2. On Free Will Part 2, I shot the video at the balcony, or if you look at the end of this video, there's an advert on a balcony. I shot the advert on the balcony of the apartment. Okay, so the things was actually in the corridor of the apartment to help to keep it when I went to Austria. But the thing is that I had to, when I came back to receive it and I told him I'm in town, he left it outside. So basically, because one thing is that we have different individuals. The individuals, because the law enforcement agent, I've already told them lies against me. They don't want to deal with the situation. They just maltreat me and, you know, disrespect even my properties. But there are some also in the process of gathering all this negative information that are not true, that is nothing close to the truth. But because these are liars, they've been able not to brainwash them, but because of that, they say that, oh, if the law enforcement agent can do this, what they will now do is to take advantage of the situation to steal from me. And this, I believe, what has been done here at Campo Tures. So we're going to the Ferian house now, and we see what happened. I'm waiting for my boss. Okay, it has not arrived yet. So basically, you know, that is what is happening here. So I will just shut this down now, so I'll be able to have more. You know, that's an hotel here. If you check where the hotel is, you know I'm in Campo Tures. So I'm going to stop the video now, so to be able to save the memory, which the memory of the video is so full. Okay, so I will see you in the next upload of the attack on my properties. Okay, the attack on my properties has been going on for years. It didn't just start. They've been stealing my properties gradually, and they've been using Italian citizens. Some have willfully done it because, you know, they took advantage of the lies. The law enforcement agent, the military police, the infiltrators in the military police told them, and they take advantage. Oh, if they call her a criminal, if they call her a thief, then we can easily steal from her. Okay, so now the military police puts me in a vulnerable situation whereby they are citizens, the Italians that are willing to steal from a foreigner anyway, and I don't have Chinese product. I buy good quality things. Both the clothes I wear, both my furnitures, and anything you see around me, they are originally made or purchased from the stores, not Chinese or nothing of low quality. So you can see that with my house. You can see all the things I have. I don't have Chinese product there. I bought everything ordered from the stores, and they know this very well, and they've been doing that to break me down, to reduce me to nothing. Well, till the Ferian house video, I'll see you in the next video, and I'll continue to prove that gang stalking program is not just an harassment and persecution program. It's also a program meant to destroy the whole of humanity. Okay, we're talking about population control. We're talking about so many other things. They've targeted certain individuals for harassment, for attack. They've been theft of property. They send sex predators against me to stalk me all over the place. They sent ex-convict criminals and people to stalk me, to steal my properties. So when they see me, like I'm sitting there now, or for example, if they send a stalker and they want to steal my property, that has happened to me, you know, once or twice, you know, whereby I was traveling, you know, and because sometimes I try to throw them off my trail, and I try to make some movement in my journey that, you know, it's not just it will throw them off guard, but in this process, I've been traveling. I was a little bit tired and sleepy. They came and they took all my computer, everything, you know. So the gang stalking program, I take it seriously, that it is something we must all come together to fight. It is my turn, and so many other people that have been lamenting on the internet. But you see, before it gets to you, why don't you act against it now? Gang stalking is a crime committed by individuals that has infiltrated the police force, the military force, that have infiltrated all the systems you can ever think of. They've infiltrated, and they're operating through those infiltrators amongst people that are meant to protect us. I am not accusing the law enforcement agent as being the major gang stalkers here, but I do believe that infiltrators amongst them that are carrying out all these unlawful orders and this abuse of power and abuse of authority. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you, and remember, the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. So I'll see you in Campus Tures at the Farian to demonstrate, to make a short video of the Farian house where I found my properties outside, where everybody can get into. I believe that strategy was used only to be able to pull himself out of being the theft, because actually what happened is that I think 5 of my luggages is missing. 5 of my luggages was stolen. So I believe what he tried to do is place those things outside so he can give an excuse that, oh, maybe when I place it outside, somebody took it. It's a Samsonite luggage. It's a small hand luggage of Samsonite, blue and brown, and the traveling, the one you can put in the plane, and the hand luggage for women where you put toiletries and things like that. I have that one. It's a set of Samsonite, and I have the big one also, that is blue and brown also, and I have another Samsonite hand luggage, the hand sports bag also. You know, those 4 they're all Samsonite, and another hand luggage that I put things there, and there I have so many valuable things there. I have accessories, because one thing that happened is that the Farian house, they actually placed a camera in the house. I mean, these are sick psychopaths. These are sick psychopaths. They're sex predators, and they zero in down on like foreigners, Africans, or things like that. They can take advantage of. That's why they want to place you in a vulnerable situation where they can easily take advantage of you. These are sex predators. These are psychopaths, and these are people that should respond. You know, I would have said that should respond to justice, but unfortunately, it's like actually a big laugh if I say that, because, you know, I won't say more than that. Okay, so we'll see at the Farian house. Okay, so take care of yourself. Bye. Hello, welcome to Melanin and Harbin Live. I am Lady Abimbola. Welcome to my vlog again. Today I will just want to go straight into a particular incident. As I've always said, we should give glory in every situation, and I want to give glory to God in this particular situation, because gang stalking harassment is a continuous 24/7 situation. In my own case, they actually bombard my life. Okay, this is the name, Hostel Sun, and that's the supposedly reception area. Okay, that's it. They stole part of my luggages. They kept everything outside e mi hanno dirobato di 5 valigie. Quindi praticamente hanno lasciato fuori così per inventare un'altra storia. So I'm going right now to where I got the, you can see this is the entrance, okay? And you go in from here, okay? Now this is supposed to be the main entrance. There's something I have to show to prove this is the key. Okay, I think they've changed the key. Let me see if they changed the key. This is the one I have before. Okay, they've not changed it, you see? You can see that I opened it. That is the key. And I found my properties here. You can see this is I find all my properties here behind this. This is like a dustbin, a universal dustbin. I found all my properties here. This is the entrance of the place. And 5 luggages are missing. So praticamente ho trovato tutta la mia valigia qui, che 5 valigie manca. Ci sono documenti importanti dentro, quindi praticamente io penso che lui ha già rubato questa cosa o ha lasciato fuori, che qualcuno ha fregato. Quando uno può essere così malato mentale che ha lasciato la cosa così fuori. Quindi praticamente queste sono chiavi come prova che è aperto quella porta. Quindi via Tures 31. Via Tures 31, Campo Tures, or Mulino Tures, but I'll show you outside. So that is it. And that's where I found my something. And you can see outside. Anybody can have access to my things. Thieves can have access to it. And the main road is like that. The main road is like that. This is a complete psychopath person. But anyway, it's the gangstalkers that manipulated all this situation, and they stole my properties. Either he stole the properties, either somebody else came and stole the properties outside. 5 luggages were missing when I came to take my things, okay? And that is it. This is just outside. So I think I have enough of that video now. And so that is it. Molini, the tourist. That's the name, Molini the tourist. I don't think it's not able to be stable because my hands are shaking. I'm still shaking from all these losses and continuous harassment, you know. I'm still shaking out of it. So anyway, that is just it, you know. Hostel Son, okay? Hostel Son via Tures is like a hostel where you can, you know, rent for a short period or whatever, or whenever you like. That is it, okay? Okay. That's the name of the street, I think. Via Mosek. Okay, hi. Sorry. Okay, that's our journey from Campo Tures today, and basically the house, if you can see from here, it's the 4th flat up. If you remember, after this video, you'll see at the end of this video. At the end of this video, you can see. Let me see if you can see. Okay, where I zoomed in, just near the top. That is where you remember I make the advert. At the end of this video, I'll put the so you can see properly. I did it on that balcony there, okay? So basically this is Campo Tures via Tures 31, okay? Via Tures 31, Campo Tures. I rented that Ferian house, and the law enforcement agent, the infiltrators of the law enforcement agent told him that I was a criminal. I was actually under investigation or whatever. That is what he told me, and because of that, he could not take my money from me. He told me, I'm quoting him right now, he said I was under investigation, that I was into a criminal or whatever the law enforcement agent in Campo Tures told him. And he refused to get the rent I paid him. I paid him rent because you said the gang stalking program is harassing me to make me look like a destitute or someone that is not responsible. So what they do is that they make sure anywhere I go, they steal my money, okay, and they get me out of the place so people can think that I'm a destitute. I'm moving from here to here out of my own free will. I'm not moving from here to here out of my own free will, okay? I'm moving from here to here because I am being persecuted. I am being harassed by the law, by the infiltrators in the law enforcement agent here in Italy. I've been a targeted individual for 15 years. And this place, I rented this place at 1Campo Tures, and they refused. Before then, I was in an hotel there. I think it's there, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that is, you can see where there's a kind of, I don't know, maybe it's a church or something over there. The white, let's see what the zoom will do. Okay, I think now. Okay, my bus is coming. I have to really go now. My bus is coming. Okay, it's not my boss, so we're lucky we can still hang around, okay? It's not my boss yet. Anyway, you see what I was showing you before? What I was showing you before is actually the hotel I was living before in 1Campo Tures. I was paying, they gave me a discount because it was not a rush period then, but I was paying 20 something euro a day in this hotel. There, it's Hotel Burgdorf or something like that is there in 1Campo Tures, okay? So I was there for about a month plus or about 2 months plus. Then later I moved here in this Ferian house. In this Ferian house, I showed you the key as I entered, so they cannot deny that I don't live there, okay? What happened is that when I was going to Austria, because they actually frustrated me so much, and I was supposed to renew my document then, my permit of stay. And what happens in Italy is that when you renew your permit of stay, you should also give account of where you are living. Okay, you should always also give account of where you're living, and if you cannot prove that you have a fixed accommodation, you'll be seen as an irresponsible person, and that can delay the renewal of your document. I have where I was staying, oh, you understand, but they just want, they want to portray me as somebody as of little, just to disrespect me. Let me just use that word, okay? I have myself all together. I'm a professional woman. I've always been working. In fact, I got into this situation because I was sexually molested by an Italian citizen, and since then they've been attacking my wealth, they've been attacking my properties, they've been attacking me even to get more wealth in sense of work. In sense of work. I created my own online activities, and when I created my own online activities, what happened is that I went to the Camera di Commercio. I would try to do that also, so that to show you proof of what I'm saying, because now they want to say, oh, she's psychopath, she's inventing all those things. I will show you proof. I went there to ask for registration, and when I did the registration, something happened to my codice fiscale. They kind of blocked it or something. I don't know. That is like my social security number or something like that. I didn't know what happened to it, but all the stress, and at the end of the day, the chambers of commerce that I went to, and some other places I went to do the registration and everything, I could not move forward, okay? For reasons, I mean, I cannot give online right now, but I could not move forward with it. So they try to stop people from employing me, and they try to hinder me from employing myself. So this is not a joke, okay? I will just speak in Italian because I don't want to make two videos, so because I know Italians watch this also, and German people watch this also. So I will just speak in Italian a little bit, not everything I said in English, but just to paraphrase. Ok, adesso io dico facilmente a spettatori italiani, ok? Perché sto facendo tutti questi per tutti quanti, non solamente per quelli che parlano inglese, so che ci sono anche tante persone che non capiscono lingua inglese, quindi per questo motivo sto facendo questo in lingua italiana. Queste sono a casa di vacanza che ho affittato a 1Campo Tures. Questo anno ho entrato a fare trasloco di un po' di roba mia. Ci sono altre roba a Milano che mi hanno anche già fregato anche quello. Allora queste persone, dopo che ho fatto trasloco avanti e indietro 1 o 2 settimane, queste persone ho detto di pagare a proprietaria di questa Hostelson a via Campo Tures 31 a Campo Tures, Brunico, provincia di Brunico, che praticamente ha detto che carabinieri, quella sono polizia militare in Italia, e che hanno detto che io sono un criminale, io sono ladre, io sono così, io sono cosa, io sono puttana. E lui ha detto, io sto dicendo, non è novità per me, perché questa cosa accusa che hanno cercato di stigmatizzare la mia reputazione in Italia, e quindi praticamente per quel motivo lui non puoi proprio prendi la mia affitto, praticamente mi hanno messo in situazione di difficoltà che io non ho nessuna altra scelta di andarmi via. Mi sono andata via, però sono stufata di questa persecuzione in continuazione. Io ho vissuto in un albergo lì, si chiama Bogdorf Hotel o something, cosa così, proprio qui, per esempio a Campo Turis. Questo albergo è molto conosciuto. Io sono lì per 2 mesi, se non mi sbaglio, 1 o 2 mesi sono lì, poi mi sono trasferito qui perché albergo non posso fare residenza in albergo, non posso rinnovare permesso di soggiorno in albergo, quindi ho cercato a casa di vacanza dove posso stare, cucinare, stare come in maniera normale. Quindi questo ovviamente è fallito, che non ha tanti movimenti, allora ho affittato questa, però le carabinieri hanno detto di non prendere affitto da me, quindi mi hanno messo in difficoltà. Allora io ce l'ho soldi in mano e questo ha rifiutato di affittarmi, non perché lui non vuole, perché hanno ordinato lui di non prendere affitto da me, quindi praticamente io non ho nessuna scelta, mi sono andata via in Austria. A questo punto mi sono detto alla polizia austriaca cosa che è successo, che praticamente vogliono mettermi in situazione di vulnerabile, come essere vulnerabile per tante cose. Perché vulnerabile in quale senso? Quando mi hanno cacciato, mi hanno praticamente allontanarmi di qui, non prendi affitto da me, mi sono allontanato. Ho cercato di affittare albergo quella notte, un albergo lì, mi hanno rifiutato. Però quando mi hanno rifiutato ho chiamato un forza di ordine, che io so che loro sono dietro di questa casina contro di mia persona. Allora su questa data che mi sono andata, proprio la sera, perché non sto cercando di crearmi una reputazione che non sono io, perché se mi cacciano da qui, io con valigia vai in giro, che quando mi vedo con valigia dice che quella lì è sempre in giro, una destituta che non ce l'hai dove andare. Hai capito la strategia? Quando se mi caccia qui, io sono con valigia, la gente mi chiede, guarda questo qui, sempre in giro con valigia, non sa dove andare o non ce l'ha soldi. No, io ce l'ho soldi da pagare, ho pagato offerta da pagamento a queste persone, hanno detto di rifiutare la mia affitto. Un altro discorso, quando uno non ce l'ha soldi da pagare, quando uno è stato rifiutato, hanno di rifiutare il pagamento. Quindi a questo momento mi sono trovato in situazione di difficoltà. Mi sono andata a affittare un albergo vicino in zona. Hanno detto anche albergo, perché mi sto guardando, anche come sono registrato adesso, mi sto guardando, c'è una macchina che ha passato già 4-5 volte. Hai capito? Quindi praticamente hanno detto anche a albergo di non affittarmi. Allora, una donna alle 11 di notte, che nessun albergo vuole affittare una stanza. Hai capito la situazione? Poi hanno mandato un po' di privati, che dice che ciao, come stai? Puoi venire a casa mia? Hai capito? Allora, dove siamo qui? Allora, carabinieri si sto creando, è diventato una maiancia? O che cosa? Scusami per mie parole, sono infiltrata in carabinieri che fanno finta di essere carabinieri o sono veri carabinieri che sono contro di me? Sappiamo, perché io ho già fatto giustizia, ho già fatto richiesta in tribunale di avere giustizia a diverse cose che è successo. Accusa falsa di rapina, accusa falsa sempre da carabinieri. Tutti i problemi che ho avuto c'è solamente sempre carabinieri in mezzo. Quindi questo periodo l'unica scelta che ha è la mia blog da combattere la cosa che voglio intimidarmi con potere. Se vogliono intimidarmi con potere, io ho la blog anche per cominciare a stare in tutto il mondo, anche chiamare tutti i posti importanti per difendermi. Perché questo non è solamente abuso di potere, non è solamente sistema di razzismo, non è solamente pregiudizio. Queste sono gente che sto cercando di orchestrare una immagine dove non sono. Se mi fai cacciare fuori dal lavoro, non vogliono farmi rimanere senza soldi. Se mi fai cacciare fuori da casa, perché non vogliono farmi diventare senza tetto, così che qualsiasi di privati posso profittare di me. Perché vogliono mettermi in situazioni di vulnerabilità. Voi italiani non avete ancora capisci questa cosa. Non è come io a Bimbola che sono cittadina nigeriana, non ho cambiato niente nel vostro paese. Io ho un cartello giudiziario che sono pulitissima, che io leggo anche qui, che è pulitissima. Vostro carabinieri sono indietro di questa che mi sto massacrando senza motivo. Io sono stata violentata da uno dei vostri cittadini, uno fidanzato di 5 anni. Da lì sono messo in questa situazione di gangstalking da vostro polizia militari che hanno influenzato tutti i forze di ordine in Italia. A questo momento io per questione di tante cose io cerco di mettermi sotto controllo prima che dire troppo cosa che non devo dire. Al momento io lasciamo la situazione qui. Io sono a Campo Tures, via Tures 31, dove ho affittato questa a casa di vacanza che mi sono stata rifiutata l'affitto da ordine di carabinieri italiana. Grazie e ci vediamo a mia prossima video che fa vedere anche altri posti che mi hanno cacciato fuori alla ordine di carabinieri. Grazie mille.